Stratis Group is a UK-based blockchain technology company which provides the platform for C# and .NET blockchain solutions. Stratis is founded in 2016. It provides both the public and the private blockchain. Stratis empowers developers to build enterprise-grade blockchain solutions for current industries by utilizing their C# and .NET skill sets. Stratis blockchain is an open source and provides templates for Visual Studio to develop the blockchain applications using the C# and .NET. We will talk about this later, and I will show how we can configure the smart contract of the Stratis template in the Visual Studio. Using Stratis template, you can develop your own custom blockchain application in .NET. Stratis blockchain is easy to learn, adopt, and integrate with the new and existing enterprise applications. Stratis provides different products like full node, smart contract, sidechain identity, distributed ledger technology DLT, and many more. Stratis provides blockchain as a service that we call the BaaS, blockchain as a service, which is available on the Microsoft Azure. So let me go to introduction of the Stratis Blockchain Student Hackathon. It's a 1 week long virtual hackathon where the participants have to build a new functioning solution utilizing Stratis smart contracts in C#. Or you can use the Unity SDK of the Stratis or API integrations. You have three options. Either you can choose for the smart contracts or the Unity SDK or API integration. And those solutions should relate to one of the following industries such as the banking and the finance services, international trade and the commodities, supply chain, energy, identity, Internet of Things, government, healthcare and medicine, automotive and gaming also there. You can select your category from all these three categories like the smart contract, Unity SDK and API integration, and those solutions should be related with these industries. And beside that, the solutions should be useful, easy to use, innovative and capable of being applied across a wide range of industries. For the hackathon, you can go to the C# corner and you can register from there. If you haven't registered it, you can go and register. Rohit also can share the registration link in the chat box also. The main objective of the hackathon is to introduce and encourage the students to use the cutting edge of technologies on a Stratis blockchain platform. And another objective is to get the best idea and project from students on blockchain technology that can open door to the students to establish their career in the blockchain companies like Stratis. So now let's come to the duration of the hackathon. Hackathon is a week long. The hackathon will start on 5th August 2021 at 9 a.m. IST and will end on 11th August 5 p.m. IST, where the participants have to make the final submission by August 11, 2021, 7 p.m. IST on the provided link. Beside this, the team lead need to submit a brief idea or a kind of proposal what they are going to do in the hackathon as a project in the by the 1st August 2021 5 p.m. IST. And the winner will be declared on the August 18, 2021. Now let's come for the rules and the regulation. The competition is open to participants from any jurisdictions. Participants may be natural persons provided that they are at least 18 years old. You should be at least 18 years of old to take part in this hackathon. And the corporate or unincorporated bodies, whether or not having the separate legal personality, participant may participate individually or form teams of up to 4 individuals. That means you can take part individually also, or you can form the team of up to 4 members. So the maximum size of the team is 4 and the minimum size is 1. Current employees, contractor, vendors, and the members of the organizer and the committee or any entity or individual involved with the design, production, execution, or distributions of the competition, and their immediate family members and the persons living in the same household are not eligible to join the competitions as a participants. Those who are currently working in the studies or contractor, vendors, and the member of the organizations, their immediate family members, and the who are living with them in the same households are not eligible to join this competition. Organizer may disqualify a participant if it provides the information that is not truthful, accurate, and incomplete. If you provide any information that is not truthful, inaccurate, or incomplete, then you will be disqualified for the competition. And the personal data supplied during the course of the competitions will be processed as set out in the organizer's privacy policy. You can check the privacy policy statisplatform.com/privacy page. And the team lead or the individual need to submit a brief idea of their solutions by 1st August 2021, 5 p.m. IST. The project requirement contains the solutions to demonstrate the benefit of the blockchain technology. You have to use the blockchain technology in your solution. A link to one or the more GitHub repository where the developed source code is hosted. You can provide at least one or the more GitHub repositories for your projects. A text description of the applications. You have to provide the text descriptions, what you have done in your solutions, that you can write an article in the CSAP corner as well. And the submissions which in organizer's sole determination adversely affect the reputations of the organizer or any of its personnel are illegal under the applicable laws, contain any viruses or the malicious code containing any infringing offense, indecence, or the malicious material or information will be disqualified. If your solution contains any viruses, malicious files, or anything that affect the reputations of the organizers or any personals, you will be disqualified. Participants shall develop a prototype of the smart contract or Unity SDK or API integration application that is the basis of their submission and commit its source code and related technical documentations all in English language. All the application documentation should be in English language. If it's not in the English, then there should be the translation of the label sufficient to enable properly skilled technology developers to understand so that everyone can understand and verify it. And develop and maintain the source code in the GitHub repository and license it under the open source MIT license for committee to review. That's all for the project requirement. Now for the competitions, we have 3 judges. First one is Mahesh Chand. He is a founder of the CSAP Corner. Second judge is Rowan Dehas. He is a smart contract lead developer at Stratis Limited. And the third judge is Ivan Karat. He is a Stratis blockchain developer, Stratis Group Limited. So we have 5 judging criteria. First one is a utility. Utility means judges will see whether these solutions solve the real world problem or not, what are the potential user or audience of the solutions, and they will give you the score. And the second judging criteria is usability. Under the usability, judges will see is the solution easy to understand and use. Does the solution is qualitative? They will see these parameters and give you the marks. Under the creativity category, judges will see is this idea innovative or novel? Does this solution can be extended in the future and can be built as a brand in coming future? They will see those things and give you the score. And the fourth judging criteria is functionality. your solution should function properly. Does the solutions function properly, or does the solutions consume the least possible amount of the gas? Those things the judges will check and score you. Beside that, we have another judging criteria, design and the documentations. How well you have explained and documented the details of your solutions or your applications. Based on that also, judges will give you the score. That's all for the judging criteria. Now let's come for the prizes. The prizes to be won in the hackathon is worth $3,000, which is equivalent to 2.256 lakh INR. The winner will be awarded an Apple MacBook Pro and the 200 extracts. And first runners-up will get an Apple iPad mini and 100 extracts. Second runners-up will get 300 extracts. Besides this, each of the winners, first runners-up and second runners-up will be awarded a memento. Here the Stratis is the cryptocurrency of the Stratis. So to get started, we will provide the learning material and resources. We will provide team of technical experts who will help you and guide you. Sct Corner will also provide a team of technical experts who will not only answer your questions, but will help you with setting up your machines, installing and getting started with Stratis blockchain, and help you on troubleshooting. The technical team will also assist you during the hackathon to answer any questions that you may have in the hackathon time. I would like to show you how you can get started. You have a three options: smart contract, API integration, and the Unity SDK. So I would like to show how you can get started with the smart contract. If you have a smart contract interest in the smart contract, then write your first smart contract article is the best options to get started. So I will show you this. Let me show. This is the article. This explains how you can set up the environments for the Stratis smart contract in the Visual Studio, how to get started, how to write the smart contract code, how to build, how to deploy the smart contract. Those all things are included in this article. So let me go through it and show you briefly. To build the smart contract project, we need this thing as a prerequisite: Visual Studio 2019 community version or the later version, Stratis smart contract template, Sct Tool, Stratis full node, Postman or Swagger. First thing is you need to have a Visual Studio 2019. Here is a link. You can go and download it. After that, you have to set up the Stratis smart contract template in your Visual Studio. To install it, you can run this command .NET new dash install Stratis smart contract.template.the.cli. You can open the terminal in the Visual Studio and you can run this. Once you run this command, you will be able to see what are the newly installed templates in the Visual Studio. To do that, you can run the another command .NET new dash dash list. This lists the newly installed templates in the Visual Studio. So in my Visual Studio, I have already installed this template. So now I cannot show you how to install. You can try this. This is easy. If you face any issue, you can raise the questions in the Sct corner itself. So we will answer you. Let me show you and create the project in the Visual Studio.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah. We can keep the questions at the end if.
Okay.
So once you install this, you can, while creating the project in the Visual Studio, you can search Stratis in the search text box and you will get the template here in the list. If you couldn't get the template, then you can go to your Visual Studio Tools option, Tools, and then the option. Okay, let me show my Visual Studio is opening here. Now we'll create the project. It's loading. Let's wait. Yeah, once you install, you will be able to search this. If you couldn't find Stratis smart contract template in your Visual Studio, then you can go and do the quick fixing. For that, you can go to the tools and then the option, and then go to the environment, and under the preview feature, click on the preview features, and you will get this option, show all .NET Core templates in a new project dialog. You have to check this and click on OK. After that, you have to restart your Visual Studio one time. It's still taking time. Let's wait. Beside this template setup in the Visual Studio, we need the other tools, that is a Sct tool. Sct tool is used to validate the contract and create the bytecode of the contracts that we need to deploy the contract. So this purpose we need the Sct tool. From here you can download the Sct tool. I have already downloaded it. And full node is another requirement. It's a core of the Stratis private blockchain. You have to download this also. Stratis full node you can download from here. I have already downloaded here. Let me show you. This is my Stratis full node. And this is a Sct tool. These two you can download from the Stratis Git repository. Once we downloaded the Stratis full node, we have to run this. To run, we can go to the folder location of this Stratis series, Stratis.series minor d, and run this command to run this Stratis series minor d project. So let me show you here. Okay, once you downloaded the full node, you will get the several projects here. For the hackathon, you have to use this one, status.series minor d. You can right click it and open in the terminal. Terminal is open here. Let me expand it. So we can run this command. Already this is going to this folder location of this status.series core minor d. Once we right click and open it in the terminal, so we don't need to go to this location. We can directly run this command, .NET run dash the dev mode is equals to minor. Let me run this. It takes some time to run, so we have to wait it. Let's do it. During this time, we can open we were about to create the Stratis smart contract templates. So if you search the Stratis smart contract template from here, you can get in the below list. Yeah, we can select it and now create the project. Let's keep the project name. First, let me select the folder location. Stratis smart contract demo. I have created this project. Side by side, we are running the full node and we are creating the project also. Now it will create the project. It takes some time. So let's go to our full node. I think it has run. After running that command, see the after running this command .NET run, that's the dev mode is goes to the minor. The full node has started. We can see all the logs here in the terminal. It has claimed the allow. Let me allow this. Now we can see the confirmed balance available is here and the unconfirmed balance is here. So let's go and check the articles for the next step. Once we have run this, we can now open the full node in the Swagger using this localhost URL. Localhost 38233 port we can use. Let me open here. Yeah, now we can see the Swagger page of the Stratis full node. Here you can see the lots of the APIs. You can use any one of these API endpoints. So once you run, you will be able to see the Stratis node API. If you want to import it into the Postman, you can click here, Swagger V1, Swagger.json. If you click here, it will be open here. It will create the Swagger.json file. You can right click and save it. And you can import this file in the Postman. If you are flexible with the Postman, you can use the Postman also. For today's demo, I will be using the Swagger. So we already got this in our terminal for the full node also. So you can save it and import it into the Postman that we have. I already explained. For developments, we have to create the new projects that I have already started in the side by side. Okay, now let me go and check the project that we have created. This is the default projects that we selected, Stratis smart contract and this my contract page is created by default. And let me show you this my contract page. It's taking time. Let's wait. Yeah, this is the default code available in the My Contract class. When we select the Stratis smart contract templates, it bring by default this class is created and this course comes by default. So now let's go to the another step in the article. So in this demo, we will be doing exactly share. We will be following this article. Here we will create the two methods, set owner and the get owner. We will create these two methods, and the things to notice is in these methods we will be using the sender is the address actually interacting with the contract, and the owner property will set when the contract will be deployed, and the contract will be called only once when the smart contract will be deployed. Here we will write the smart contract code. We will copy this all code and put into the our project also. Here we have written the two methods, set owner and the get owner. And then in the constructor, we will set the owner, this one. So our contract, my contract page is ready as like the article. So we created these two methods and the contract page is ready. Now we have to validate the smart contract. To validate the smart contract, as I already said, we have to use the Sct tool. So we have to go to the Sct tool and we have to use this command to validate the contract. So let me go to Sct tool and validate the contract. So this is a Sct tool. You can download it from the Stratis repository. Once you open this project, you will see the two projects. This one, the below one is a test project, so we will not do anything here. This one is a main project. Stratis smart contract.tools.sct. This is a main project. So let's right click and open it in the terminal. If you right click and open it to terminals, then you don't need to run this CD and the location. You don't need to go to the location. So it already came with the location. So now we can run this command .NET run validate and the location of our smart contract. So let me get the location of this smart contract file. We'll provide the location of this smart contract. Open in the folder in File Explorer. From there I will get the location. So this is my location. Let me check one more time the articles. We have to provide the contract path. Example is if your location is this, then you have to write the mycontract.cs at the end also. Okay, let me go and provide the full location. Plus mycontract.cs. So I'm executing this command. So you can see here the compilation result initiations, compilations okay, true, and the determinism validation results, determinism validations true. So let me check here. Yeah, our also contract is validated. Now we have validated this. Now we have to create the bytecode of the smart contract. To generate the bytecode, compiling the contract, we need to run the another command .NET run -- validate contract path as the SP. Let me run the another command to generate the bytecode and compile the contract. Okay, again it's validating. Let me generate the by run the another. I will type. Okay, let me open the another terminal again. So here we will run this validate and the location of the contract. Let me get /contract.cs and then sv to generate the byte. This command actually first validates. We have already used only the validate command. And if we put the SP at the end, this SP, then it will validate and generate the bytecode. So here we can see the validations it has done, and again it has generated the hash and the bytecode. This bytecode we need during the deployment of the contract. So I have generated this bytecode. Now let's go for the next step from the article. So we have also got the hash and the bytecode, same as the articles. So now we are good to go for the contract deployment process. For the deployment, very first step in the full node is to load the wallet. It confirms whether the blockchain is working properly or not. To do that, let's go to the Swagger. Let me collapse this thing. From the Swagger, there is a wallet API controllers. Under that, we need to use this endpoint API / the wallet load. So here we have to pass the two parameters, password and the name. Password is password. And the name is Stratis. Let's execute. Yes, we have got the 200 response code. It means you can see the response. If you got the 200 response codes, means it's successful. You are this blockchain is working properly. It's fine. If you got the 400 response code in the response header and the response body, then it means the bad request, you have some issues. If you got the 403 error code, it means the forbiddance, you have a issue. 404 not found, 500 server error. You can see what the response you have got in the API after executing and what is the success. You can check based on this code also. This is already available in the Swagger. Now let's go to the another step. We have passed these parameters. And then the next step is to get the sender wallet address. To get the sender wallet address, we have to go to the API endpoint wallet/addresses. So we will use this API endpoints to get the address of the sender. We need a sender address to deploy the smart contract. So we have to go to the wallet addresses endpoint. Here is a API wallet addresses endpoint. Here we have to pass the parameter wallet name. You can see what the parameters you have to pass here. From here you can see the wallet name is a serious step and the account name is a account 0. So I will pass the same parameter here. And then let's execute. See, we have got the response score 200 and response body containing the list of the wallet addresses. So we can see the list of the addresses, but we can only use to deploy the contracts address having the amount confirmed. So we have a lot of the addresses, but these addresses don't have the amount confirmed. So we cannot use this one. So I have only one address having the amount confirmed. So we will be using this address to deploy the contracts. Let me keep it in a note. Okay, this we will use to deploy. For the next step is to deploy the smart contract. To deployment, we have go to the another API endpoints, that is a smart contract wallet/create. So let's go to here. That API is here in the above. Smart contract wallet API controller. Under that, we have to go to this API endpoint. Smart contract wallet create. You can see the description of this endpoint also. This endpoint builds a transaction to create a smart contract and then broadcast the transactions to the network. If the deployment is successful, methods on the smart contracts can be subsequently called. If it gives the success results, then we can subsequently call it. So let's try it out. Here the wallet name is a Sct step. What are the parameter values you can get from here in the article? Wallet name, each of the parameter is defined here. This contract code means we generated the bytecode from the Sct tool, right? We will use that bytecode for this parameter. Let me show you. Wallet name is Sct step and the account name is account 0. Account 0. Out points null. Amount, let me put 0. Fee amount 0.01. You can check here in the article also. Fee amount is 0.01. Amount is 0. Wallet name 0. Dev. Account name account 0. Out points null. Gas price 100. Gas limit this and the parameters null. Okay, let me put all this. Password is password. Contract code we will copy from the Sct Tool that we recently generated. Gas price 100 and gas limit we will put the 100,000. Sender address is we just get the addresses of the wallet address. Here we got the address. That address will be the sender address. Let me copy and you will see it. This is sender address and the parameters. Now the remaining parameter to pass is only the contract code. Let me get the contract code. We have just get the contract bytecode here. We will use this to deploy. So here we will pass the bytecode generated. This is a bytecode contract code value. So now let's execute it. So we can see the response code is 200, means it's a successful. This is the transaction hash. Let me check the article. Yeah, once you pass this parameter, you will get the transaction hash. It will return a transaction hash in the response body as a below. Like this, we have also got the response here in the Swagger. So this response transaction hash we can use to get the transaction receipt and two addresses, return values, logs, and the etc. Let me go to the next step and get the transaction receipt. For this, we have to use the smart contract API controller. From there, we will use the API. So here under the smart contract, we have to go and use this endpoint smart contract transaction receipt. Receipt contains the information about how a smart contract transaction was executed. This includes the value returned from the smart contract call and how much the gas was used. So we can check these informations based on the previous share and execute. So here we can see these informations. Based on this transaction hash, this has provided this information. We can see the transaction hash, block hash, post state, gas use, and from address, to address, new contract address, success. Those informations we are getting here. So let me go to the next step from the articles. We have also got the response like this in our Swagger. So for this, we can interact with the smart contract, and there are the two ways to interact with a smart contract: interacting with a contract through a transaction or contract call, and another way is interacting with a contract without a transaction or local call. Here we will use a local call. Based on these new addresses, from addresses, we will do the local call. Okay, let me go to the next steps. To make a local call, we have to go to the API smart contract / the local call. Here we will put the contract address and the sender is the from address and the contract address is a new address. This new address we have got here. So let me go to the local call. These endpoints. Here also in the descriptions you can get how we can use it and what response it gives. So sure, let me try it out. We need the contract address. Contract address is this new address. And the amount will put the 0. We can check here the parameters also. Will contract address method Get honor amount 0, gas 100, gas limit 100,000, sender and the parameters null. Okay, 0, gas price 100, the gas limit 100,000, and the sender is a from address. And parameter null. And the method means in our contract code, we have written the two things, right? Two methods, set honor and the get honors. This sets the honors address and this gets the honors address. So we will use this method get honor to get the address of the honor. So in the method parameter, we will pass the get honor. Now execute it. It returns the address. Yeah, it returns this address, and this returned address value is the address of the owner. So internal transfer is a null, gas consumed value this, report false, error message null, and the return is this address. This address is a address of the owner. We have passed this get owner methods, and it returns the method of the owner, address of this owner. So let me check here also. Yeah, it has also returned this address. Now we can see the response should contain the return value of the owner address. It gives the owner's address. So we have successfully completed these articles. We have created the smart contract. We have set up the templates in the Visual Studio, created the smart contract project, and validated it using the Sct tools and generated bytecode, deploy it, get the receipts, all things we have completed successfully. Let me go back to my presentation slide then. So we have completely completed the write your first smart contract articles. I think you might have get the idea about how to generate, how to set up the templates in the Visual Studio and get started with the smart contract. What is full node, how to run full node, and how to interact with the Stratis blockchain APIs using the full node. And what is Sct tools, how to generate bytecode using the Sct tools, and how to deploy the contracts that I already explained. I think you have got the idea about this. If you want to see the business case implementations of the smart contracts, you can visit the another articles, that is a voting contract. Let me show you. Here the author has written how we can implement the Stratis smart contract in the voting system. These are the prerequisites. All the prerequisites are similar to the previous one. You need the Visual Studio, smart contract template, Sct tool, Stratis full node, Postman or Swagger. And here is a flowchart to give a right to the vote and the how to vote. This process flow is available here. You can have a look and check this, and how to create the projects, and beside this how to write the smart contract code properly and use in the business. You will get the idea from this article. So you can get the idea and you can implement the Stratis smart contract in your own solutions. So beside this, if you have an interest in the API integration and design your own custom applications using the Stratis blockchain APIs, you can visit these articles. Here I have explained how we can integrate the Stratis full node private blockchain APIs in the custom solution. Here I have designed the Angular applications. You can follow the step-by-steps how to create the project in the Angular and how to integrate the Stratis full node in the Angular applications and how to design the UI to deploy the smart contracts that I have done in these articles. You can have a look and get an idea about how to integrate the Stratis blockchain APIs in your custom solution. Beside that, you have another options to choose the Unity SDK also. If you have an interest in the Unity SDK for the game development, in the gaming also you can implement Stratis blockchain. For that, you can visit this YouTube video of the Stratis group. Here you will get how to set up the Unity SDK in your environment and get started with the Unity SDK game development using Stratis blockchain. So let me go back to the presentation. Beside that, you can go to the academy.stratisplatform.com. Here also you can learn the several things. This is the academy.statis platform. You can get theoretical informations as well as what is blockchain, architectural overview, what is full node, smart contract, sidechains, how to write the smart contract properly, what are the validations and the rules you have to follow. All the details is available here. What is sidechains? You can follow academy.statis platform as well for your learning for the hackathon. So for the resource and the material sharing, we will provide the links to the articles and the tutorials. We will share the documents containing the details of the resources and the materials. Let me show you here from where you can get the resource and the materials. From this Stratis Blockchain Student Hackathon article, you can go to this article. You can see all the rules, regulation also, justice details, price to be on. Here is the price details. You can have a look on this. And judging criteria also available. So you can communicate through the Discord channel also, Hackathon Discord channels. You can join to the channels if you have any queries, concerns, any issues you face during the hackathons or before the hackathons. When you start learning the Stratis blockchain, you can click here and you can join to the Discord channel. You can put your username, continue, and you can join this. Once you join to the our official Hackathon Discord channel, you can see the layout of our Discord channels like this. We have a Hackathon Discord channels to support the students and the participants for the hackathons. Here are the 4 different channels. Announcements, we will put all the announcement under this channel. And under the introduction channels, we will put all the introductions, welcome notes, we will put here. And general informations, we will put under the general channel. And for support or the anything, if you have any questions, issues, anything to know, you can ask here under this support channel. So for the learning materials, here is a link. You can find all the study materials at Hackathon Study Materials. You can click here and we have provided the 2 files here. You can download it and you can start the learning from here as well or from the CSAP corner also. Let me go from the home. Here from the technology, if you choose the Stratis platform, Stratis blockchain, you will get all the blogs, articles, blogs, resources, videos, news for the Stratis blockchains, and you can open and start the learning from here also, and you can go to the academy.statis platform as well, and you can check these documents and get start also. If you have any queries, concerns, you can raise your questions in the CSAP Corner forum, or you can raise any concerns and the queries in the official Hackathon Discord channel also. So for guidance and support, as I already mentioned, the participants can contact through official Discord channels for any information, materials and the resources, can raise the questions and the issues through CSAP Corner forum, and participants can communicate through official Hackathon Discord channels. If there is any issues, you can do from this way. For project details and the source code submission, team representatives should write an article in CSAP Corner explaining their projects with text and video. You can write an article in CSAP Corner to submit your projects, and for the code, team representatives should upload their source code to their Git repository and share link with us. And you can put your Git repository link in your article as well. So now let's go for the question and the answering sessions. If you have any questions, you can ask, or from here also let me show you few questions that you might have. This is a prices. You might have what are the judging criteria. You can see the judging criteria here in this article: utility, usability, creativity, functionality, design and documentation. As I already explained this in the presentation also. So who can participate? Anyone who is interested in blockchain and who has a prior experience of working with CSAP and the APIs can participate in this hackathon. Where can I get register myself? If you have not registered yet and you are interested to register, so you can go here and you can register from here. You can go to this hackathon event and can do the registration from here. So this also you can get under the category. If you search, go from the CSAP Corner home and technology to the category Stratis blockchains. This is on the top. You can go and find all the details. So what all will be the problem statement? Problem statement participants can choose any of the problem statements from the dev post. Here is a link, or the GitHub. You can choose any one of the problem statement from here. How to start learning Stratis blockchain. CSAP Corner is organizing a free webinar on the introductions to the Stratis platform and hackathons and how to get Stratis. CSAP Corner will also provide the team. We will provide you the teams, and I have already demonstrated you how you can get started, what is full nodes, how to set up the templates. Those things I have already demonstrated. I think you have get the idea. You need to do one time the practice, then you will be clear on this. For the registrations, you can go and register here. And for materials, I have already explained. You can get the getting started materials from here. What is the duration of the hackathon? Hackathon will start on the 5th August and will end on the 11th August. The hackathon will start on the August 5 at 9 a.m. IST and will end on the August 11, 5 p.m. IST. Participants have to make the final submissions by August 11, 2021, 7 p.m. IST. You will be submitting the project on the August 11, 7 p.m. IST on the provided link. And when will the result be declared? The result will be declared on the 18th August 2021. Can an individual participate? Yes, one can participate as a team, or you can build the team of 1 to the 4. 1 is a minimum and 4 is a maximum team size. What is the maximum team size? Yeah, that I already explained. What will be the submission format? Submissions should be made on the following details. Our solution should demonstrate the benefits of the blockchain technology. A link to the one or more GitHub repository where the developed source code is hosted, or text descriptions of the applications. For this, you can write the article in the CSAP Corner and you can put your Git repository link to the article. Where can I ask questions before and during the hackathons? We have provided you the hackathon Discord channels. You can join from here and you can raise your all the questions and the issues there. Will we have an introduction to the platform session? Yes, today this is the introduction sessions, and I have already demonstrated how you can get started. How much time will be provided to participants to get the familiar with the platform. Participants will be provided with study materials at the end of 24th July webinar. So today you can go and download the documents from here and get start the learning thing. And which they can go through and ask questions during the pre-hackathon period from tomorrow to the 4th August. You can ask any questions during this pre-hackathon time. And during the hackathon also, obviously, you can raise your concerns and your issues. Don't worry. Will the participants be provided with a hackathon wallet? Yeah, all the participants need to use the Cirrus Minor D node, which can be used by cloning the Stratis full nodes. That you can download this Stratis full node. I already explained how to run the full nodes and where to download. So the each Cirrus Core Minor D node has a 100,000 extracts that you can use in your development. So that's all from my side. If you have any questions, query, we will be happy to answer.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I want to participate in this hackathon, but I am having examinations at that time. Is it possible the date can be shifted 2-3 days further because they will end on 9th of August?
I think we
Yes,
can.
ma'am, I have same issue. My
We
exams
have
are started from 4 to 9 August. 28 to 9 August.
28 to 9 August. We have already scheduled it.
Yes.
Okay, Rohit, can you answer it? I think we cannot shift it.
Yeah, that everything is finalized, but
Yeah.
if like saying the amount of people asking the same question, we can definitely consider that. But since it will be difficult to postpone, but yes, we can think on that point.
Yeah, we can
Don't worry.
think. If we can, we will inform and we will announce in the CSAP corner. Right, Rohit?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, any other questions? Is there any questions? I think there is no questions. If we can shift, we will inform and announce in the CSAP corner as well. You can check there. Okay, Rohit, if there is no questions, then I think
Uh,
we can wind up this webinar. If any
yeah. So guys, so Mr. Mahesh Chand is the founder of C Corner. Is among us. He wants to speak on some topics, some words. Is the meeting.
All right, Rohit, can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm able to hear.
Let me see if I can share my screen. I'm in a hotel here.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
So
All right,
just
I will just speak. So everybody, thank you for joining this webinar. As Satya and Rohit said, this is a first of its starting beginners webinar. The goal is really to make sure everybody learn and make sure all the questions are answered, technical questions. And if you have any questions about blockchain, I heard that a couple of people, they can't make it because of exam, but we're going to continue doing these webinars, these hackathons for next year or so. There will be 3-4 hackathons coming in, this whole 9 to 12 months in coming time. other good part with the everybody who's joining is the blockchain space is growing and there are going to be more jobs in blockchain. So this is definitely a good time to jump on this new technology. Um, Also, if you have any more questions like setting up your machine technical questions, feel free to reach out to Rohit for any questions you have, and he can connect you and guide you where to join and ask technical questions as well. Couple of things. There's going to be a bigger hackathon in coming time, I think in October time frame. So this is a good hackathon to get jump start on these, learning and get used to this. But there's going to be a bigger hackathon with much bigger prize. And if you guys, whoever participating in this, and they win, the winner projects will also have a chance to get funding from the foundation. So if anybody who doesn't know, Stratis has a foundation that fund projects focused to being built on Stratis blockchain. So if your project is selected, you can participate and pitch for the funding as well. There is a big picture behind it. No, it's just not a first of its hackathon. It's going to continue doing more hackathons in coming time. And we will also be doing more online webinars as well. Satya will be doing there, Rohit will be there, and I will be there in coming times. I think starting in August, and we're going to start more blockchain development as well. So looking forward to see you guys there. And everybody, thank you for joining this first webinar on Stratis Hackathon. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer as well. Rohit, it's all you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So if you have any question, you can put forward. Like we are there, we can answer that. Regarding the postponing of the, like I would say, hackathon, as Mahesh said, we will be doing some bigger hackathon as well. So there's a bigger hackathon coming in the month of October. We'll be continuing doing these student hackathons as well, and there will be more webinars. To check out C Sharp Corner. We post different website virtual conferences and videos and educational content for both developers and students. You can ask your doubts in the forum as well, and you can ask your doubt any time in the Discord, or you can directly contact me. You can find me on Shisha Corner. I will be very happy to help you. So I think it was a good session today. Thank you, Satya. Thank you, Mahesh
Thank you
sir, for
everyone.
joining.
Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. It's the first time, so we will be continuing this.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Okay,
So,
thank you everyone. Bye. Stay
bye.
safe.